Homesick: A Day to Remember album. Homesick is the third studio album by American rock band A Day to Remember, produced by Chad Gilbert and the band, and released in February 3, 2009. It was the band's second album for Victory. The album features material written while the band had been touring, which Andrew Wade helped them demo. Recording took place between October and November 2008 at the Wade Studio, located in Ocala. Featured on the album are guest vocalists Mike Hranica, The Devil Wears Prada, Vincent Bennett, The Acacia Strain, and Sierra Kusterbeck, VersaEmerge. Recorded during the album's sessions is an instrumental called Money Maker, which was later renamed and turned into the song All Signs Point To Lauderdale from the band's fourth album, What Separates Me From You. Several of the album's songs appeared on the band's MySpace profile before the release of the album. Planned for a mid-February 2009 release by Victory before being moved forward 2 weeks, the album sold 22,000 copies in the first week and charted at number 21 on the US Billboard 200. It also charted at number 165 in the UK. It was the band's final album featuring Tom Denny on guitar, who was replaced on tour by Kevin Scaff. 3 singles were released from the album: NJ Legion, Ice-T in January 2009, The Downfall of Us All in May, and Have Faith in Me in March 2010. Only the third of these charted, at number 40 on the Billboard Alternative Songs chart. A re-release with additional tracks was released in October 2009. Several of the album tracks are available for Rock Band. In 2014, 2 songs from the album, The Downfall of Us All and If It Means a Lot to You, were certified gold by the RIA. The album was certified silver in the UK by the BPI in 2015 and gold in the United States the following year. Background and composition: A Day to Remember were pressed for a new album by their record label, Victory, in early 2008. Bassist Joshua Woodard said the band weren't ready to record a new album at the time. This resulted in a re-release of their previous album, Were Those Who Have Heart 2007, with additional tracks. The songs featured on Homesick were written while the band were on Warped Tour 2008 and on the Easycore Tour with producer Chad Gilbert of New Found Glory. The songs were finished on the latter tour. Gilbert helped to structure the band's songs and also assisted the band with composing a few really catchy parts. The album's lyrics are similar to their previous efforts, with the band aiming to keep it as personal and open at the same time, as vocalist Jeremy McKinnon commented. Speaking of the album's sound, McKinnon said that the band wanted to make sure it was heavier and poppier while at the same time trying to take it to the next level. Music and lyrics. In the early hours of one morning, McKinnon was driving to Ocala, Florida, when the chorus guitar riff to The Downfall of Us All came to him sometime in September 2008. Upon arriving at his mom's house, he got an acoustic guitar and worked the song out, finishing it within 2 days. The song's lyrics are about pressure when it comes to songwriting and the attempt to make people happy because of it. It was the last song written for the album. My Life for Hire was one of the first songs written for the album, but remained unfinished until shortly before recording sessions began. The lyrics refer to the music business and how the band were told that they couldn't be the band we wanted to be, as McKinnon commented. The title, I'm Made of Wax, Larry, What Are You Made Of?, was a quote that McKinnon thought was cool from the movie Night at the Museum, while the lyrics are about getting revenge. NJ Legion, Iced-T refers to how someone would feel watching gigs. The title for Mr. Highway's Thinking About the End also comes from a movie, The Good Son, while the lyrics are about people attempting to undermine your achievements. Have Faith in Me is about trusting other people and looking after them. Welcome to the Family features a recording of Andrew Wade's Heartbeat towards the end of the track. The title track, Homesick, was written as one piece before being split into 2 songs, which the band thought didn't work well and changed it back to one song. McKinnon said he was proud of the track. My parents were really happy when they first heard it. My dad is always worried about me, and my mom really did ask me to write her some soft songs. I finally did. Holding it down for the underground came about after McKinnon lost two family members, and writing the song helped him relieve the pain. You already know what you are is about negative people and music critics, and doing whatever you want no matter what others say. The song's title was a saying from a friend of the band. The title for another song about the weekend is a reference to Secret Lives of the Freemasons' album Weekend Warriors 2008, while the lyrics are about a sick cycle of life on the road. Every time you're gone, you miss home, and when you get home, you miss the road. If it means a lot to you had been written over the course of a year, and McKinnon said he wrote it about himself. McKinnon described the song as a great way to end the album, describing it as one of their biggest songs. Recording, recording. In an August 2008 interview with Absolute Punk, McKinnon said the band were planning to start recording once the tour with New Found Glory had finished, so Octen Nav. McKinnon said that having Wade, who had previously worked on the band's other albums on production duties, was a way for the album to have a day to remember type feel. Wade also recorded the band's demos for the album in the back of a bus. The album itself was recorded at Wade's The Wade Studio in Ocala, Florida, after the Easycore tour had finished. Gilbert was touring with New Found Glory in Europe at the time, but with video conferencing he was able to offer input about the record. In September 2008, a demo appeared on the band's MySpace page entitled Wax Larry. Documenting the recording process, the band released several webisodes on YouTube under the name The Real Actor, Homesick in Ocala, which had been called a spoof of the real world. The webisodes were aided by director Drew Russ. As guitarist Neil Westfall states, when Drew Russ was telling us in the beginning that he was getting into video stuff, and we were like, well, that's kinda crazy cause we need a video guy to do these webisodes for us. And as we started talking, he really kinda got our sense of humor. While in the middle of recording Homesick, A Day to Remember released old record. Homesick was produced by Gilbert and was mixed by Adam Dutkewicz of Killswitch Engage, with mixing taking place in December 2008 at Zing Studios. Mastering took place at West Side Studios by Alan Douches. The album features three guesting vocalists: Mike Hranica of The Devil Wears Prada on I'm Made of Wax, Larry, What Are You Made Of?, Vincent Bennett of the Acacia Strain on Welcome to the Family, and Sierra Kusterbeck of VersaEmerge on If It Means a Lot to You. The latter featured harmonica played by Dave Gein. One of the tracks written for Homesick was held over for What Separates Me From You 2010. An instrumental entitled Moneymaker was also recorded during the sessions, but McKinnon had difficulties with it. He later explained when it came down to writing vocal parts. Release and promotion. Initial releases and lineup changes. In 2008, both Homesick and the re-release of the band's first album as Old Record were announced, with a further announcement claiming Homesick's release as February 17, 2009. After being moved up the schedule, the album's release date became February 3 for the U.S. On January 6, 2009, the track list of the album was revealed. In mid-January, the song Welcome to the Family was put on the band's MySpace profile, with The Downfall of Us All being added on 26 January. The following day, the song NJ Legion Ice-T was released as the first single. Homesick was released on February 3 in the U.S. The cover art, designed by Dan Mumford based on an idea by McKinnon, is an interpretation of different paths in life and how one road can change a person's life. In February and March, the band went on a tour of the UK and Europe alongside For the Fallen Dreams and As Real. The second single was The Downfall of Us All, and the music video was released on March 3. Between mid-March and early May, the band supported The Devil Wears Prada on their headlining tour of the U.S. The Downfall of Us All was released to radio on May 26. A live video of the band performing Mr. Highway's Thinking About the End was included in an episode of Victory's Victor V. For subsequent tours in promotion of Homesick, the band had a lineup change, adding four-letter Lie guitarist Kevin Scaff and dropping Tom Denny, the latter of whom wanted to settle down, but was still working with the band behind the scenes. Between late June and late August, the band performed on the Warped Tour. Following this, the group appeared at the Reading and Leeds festivals in the UK. A video of the band performing I'm Made of Wax, Larry, What Are You Made Of, which was filmed on the Warped Tour, was added to the band's MySpace profile on October 16, 2009. It was included as a DVD trailer on their profile, which people mistook as the song's actual music video. In December, the band released a Christmas song, Right Where You Want Me to Be, on their MySpace account. Music videos and live performances. Also in December, the music video for I'm Made of Wax, Larry, What Are You Made Of was filmed, directed by Dan Dobai. In early March 2010, the band announced via their Twitter account that the video was set for release, with a date of March 16. This was further confirmed a few days later, with some fans being able to view it before its release. A delay in releasing it occurred as the band were trying to negotiate with MTV. As Westfall commented, I think it's more important to have them MTV on board, instead of just putting it on like YouTube. Have Faith in Me was released as a radio single on March 2, 2010. The video for I'm Made of Wax, Larry, What Are You Made Of, had its television premiere on MTV on March 16. The music video was based on an idea from a friend, Kyle Crawford. As McKinnon said, he was like, hey, you should totally make a video where you guys are playing kickball and you play a bunch of kids and just kick the **** out of them. I was like, that is a great idea. Let's look into it. Asked why it was the band's next music video, Westfall said it stands out compared to the other songs as it's a harder song. The song was also released as a radio single. The band had performed acoustic versions of both Homesick and Have Faith in Me before a show in early April for 98 Rock, and again for Croc a few months later. The band also played Have Faith in Me acoustically for MTV, which was posted online mid-April. At the beginning of May 2010, the band asked fans to name their next tour, which was shortly afterwards named as Toursick. The band started the first of the AP sessions for Alternative Press on June 30, performing Homesick and Have Faith in Me. The music video for Have Faith in Me, directed by Mark Staubach, was released on July 14, receiving its world premiere on MTV. Further releases and song appearances. A reissue of Homesick was announced on September 13, 2009, and released on October 27, with the original track listing intact, but adding acoustic versions of Homesick and another song about the weekend, and 9 live tracks from a performance in Switzerland, which was filmed during their European tour. The acoustic tracks were recorded at the Wade Studio from September 10 to September 21. Westfall said the band wasn't going to reissue the album unless it's worth the fans' while. The album, along with For Those Who Have Heart and Attack of the Killer Besides 2010, had a reissue on vinyl in 2011. 3 songs have featured on various artist compilations. The acoustic version of Homesick was released on the Victory Records Full Sampler 2010, I'm Made of Wax, Larry, What Are You Made Of, on Side 1 Dummies Warped Tour 2009 tour compilation, and The Downfall of Us All on Modern Rock Radio's promo-only Modern Rock Radio July 2. NJ Legion Iced Tea is available as downloadable content for Guitar Hero World Tour. The songs The Downfall of Us All, Have Faith in Me, I'm Made of Wax, Larry, What Are You Made Of, and If It Means a Lot to You are available as downloadable content for Rock Band. I'm Made of Wax, Larry, What Are You Made Of had been added at the request of the band's fans. Another vinyl reissue was announced on July 30, 2013, and released on August 6, 2013. If It Means a Lot to You was released to radio on September 29, 2014. Critical reception and legacy. Thomas Nassif of Absolute Punk called Homesick a record that is honest and entertaining, despite how repetitive and dense it may be. Nassif went on to say that the album wouldn't appeal to the public, but it would be welcomed with open arms by the band's fans. When referring to the album's lyrics, Nassif called the album a concept one with a theme of the glory of being a musician, which encompasses having to be away from home for a period of time. The downfall of us all, as Nassif put it, gets the listener psyched for the rest of the album. Rock on Request reviewer Anthony Avina furthered this comment by naming the songs Welcome to the Family and the title track as examples of the band showing off their wide range of talent while producing a harmonious album that the band. And Avina noted the album had a unique sound that has elements from other bands such as Kyoto's. Petteri Pertola for Rock Freaks. Net appreciates the way these guys fuse metalcore and pop-punk seamlessly together, adding that many songs are plagued by an overtly formulaic approach, but when it works, Homesick is one of the catchiest listens you'll experience this year. Punk News Org reviewer Elliott said the album had an undeniable quality. He viewed the a cappella intro to The Downfall of Us All as being a little gimmicky, while Have Faith in Me was called a tribute to Blink-182. Despite noting that 3 of the songs stray from a format that the other songs on the album share, he referred to them as being not very impressive. AllMusic reviewer James Christopher Monger said The Downfall of Us All would gain an extra life in countless montages on MTV reality shows and 30-second cola commercials. Monger said that the album consisted of perfectly executed and fairly standard clean vocal post-hardcore emo pop, which shows the limitations of the genre. Monger called the backing vocals exciting at first, but felt that they eventually dissolve into the waves of distortion mid-album, becoming an audio equivalent of an energy drink crash. The final track, If It Means a Lot to You, as Monger noted, was different from the preceding tracks, as they were deafening, ultimately forgettable, over-compressed slabs of 20-something angst. Sputnik Music's John Hanson said the album was an incredibly derivative and plotting record that was filled with laughable moments. He also noted the band haven't seemed to progress that basic combination of ideas in combining pop-punk and metalcore, and that the intro to The Downfall of Us All is just one example of embarrassing decisions. Accolades. Homesick was voted by fans as #1 on Kill Your Stereo's Album of the Year 2009. Rock Sound in 2012 ranked the album at number 82 on their list of the greatest 101 albums of the past 15 years. Commercial performance. The album charted at number 21 on the Billboard 200, #1 on Top Independent Albums, number 2 on Hard Rock Albums, number 15 on Digital Albums, and number 5 on the Alternative Albums charts. It sold 22,000 copies within its first week and reached 200,000 copies by July 2010. The album charted at number 165 in the UK. Have Faith in Me charted at number 40 on the Billboard Modern Rock Tracks chart. In February 2014, The Downfall of Us All was certified gold, and in September, If It Means a Lot to You was certified. In July 2015, the album was certified silver in the UK after selling 60,000 copies in the UK. In March 2016, Homesick was certified gold in the US. Have Faith in Me was certified gold in April 2017. In August, Homesick was certified gold in Canada, after selling 40,000 copies in that country. Track listing. All songs written by A Day to Remember. All lyrics written by Jeremy McKinnon, except Have Faith in Me by McKinnon and Jason Lancaster. Other additions. Personnel per special edition booklet. Charts. Weekly charts. Year-end charts. Certifications.